So that's it from, once again, my beautiful Nid Valley. Ride safe, be kind, and until the next time, and in the meantime, no, I'll start again because that were bollocks. Hey! Welcome or welcome back. Here we are on my CF Moto 800 MT and 1,994 miles, so we're coming up to 2,000 miles on this bike. And what I aim to do today is to tell you what that has been like, what the overall riding and ownership experience has been like, what accessorizing this bike has been like, and one or two peripheral issues that from time to time tickle the fancies of the Chinese made bike critics out there, shall we say. Hey, could get controversial. Now it appears in front on this fairly nippy 60 mile an hour road we've got somebody doing 25 mile an hour. So just bear with me. No shortage of overtaking power on this bike, but can't see round corners or over the crests of hills. Right. Hi, so yes, I'll be talking about the first 2,000 miles on this bike. Now then, hey, the great camera debate rolls on. I have no idea if my helmet cam here is working. If it ain't, you won't get to see this. Front one at the moment is, as in the front one from your perspective there. The bike mounted camera that points rearwards and includes a bit of my fat face. And I did recently do a quick and dirty poll asking whether you good people out there thought that the inclusion of rear facing footage, including my fat face, was a good thing, or whether it was completely unnecessary and a distraction. And I would say about 75% of you, there or thereabouts, wanted to keep the occasional cutaway to the rearward facing camera just to add a little bit of depth and added interest to the video. So, as always, the crowds are king. I'm all for the wisdom of the crowd, and so for the moment, as long as these GoPros occasionally behave, and it is occasional, that's exactly what I will continue to do. Aye, so I suppose it's appropriate at this point to talk about some numbers in respect of this bike. And I think the first thing to say is it's become so popular, largely because of the combination of spec and price, that they're pretty much sold out. They've flown off the shelves in Europe, and I think if you want a new one, certainly the tour model, if you want a new one, you wait until December or early next year. And if you want a CF Moto 450 MT, I think that's February, March before you can get one. So they've certainly proved very, very popular. Now this bike here, my bike, it was one of the last of in the country available with the free three-piece hard aluminium luggage, as made by Touratech, top quality three-piece luggage. I think it was one of the last ones in the country, and fortuitously it was at Appleyards. So I snapped this bike up, but it is the sport level, the entry level. So what it does not come with, this bike, what it doesn't come with, that the tour model comes with, and of course the much better equipped Explore model. What the sport model doesn't come with is fitted heated grips and seat. It doesn't come with a fitted centre stand as standard. But over and above that, it comes with an awful lot. So right out of the box, this bike comes with cruise control, quick shifter, not something I use, to be fair. It comes with your TFT that works with your phone and can display GPS and your phone calls and what have you, but I do that through this Iuchi system. I like to keep the main bike telemetry well within view. Comes as standard with spotlights, top quality integrated spotlights, crash bars, upper and lower. Right then, so there I was telling you all about what you get on this bike as standard, and shortly thereafter, sure as sure, this here GoPro Hero 12 stopped recording again. And so back there I've reset everything, started recording again, synced both the cameras up, and yet again it stopped recording again. And it's doing this now every single day that I take the cameras out. Right, so there she is then, my fantastic CF Moto 800 MT Sport, with a number of additions and upgrades. So just gone over 2,000 miles on this bike now. All being absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. And yeah, just look at that bike. I think it's a fantastic looking bike, probably one of the best looking adventure bikes there is out there. I think the only one that could remotely trump it on looks, adventure bike wise, would probably be the Husqvarna Norden 901 Expedition, to my mind. But these CF Moto 800 MTs, the design team have really gone to town on this bike, and my word, it does show. Look at that. What else would you want an adventure bike to look like? And it's brought me over this nadgery, lumpy, slightly damp grass with no effort whatsoever. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. £8,500 whole English pounds that bike cost me, including that their 3-piece top quality aluminium luggage made by none other than the famous Touratech. So top quality gear all round. What a cracking bike, and what an absolute pleasure and privilege to ride. So let me just take you through the upgrades that I've made to this bike. Now ordinarily, of course, getting an adventure bike from scratch, the first things that I'd be looking at putting on would be what this bike comes as standard with, and that is them there crash bars, them there integrated spotlights, and the hard luggage. Now unfortunately the free hard luggage offer is no longer on, and these bikes are so popular, hey, you pretty much can't have one now until December, January. Flying off the shelves, and rightly so. So let's start at the front, and I'll take you through the bits and bats that I've added to this bike. So right at the very front, purely cosmetic, the ready to race, KTM-ish I suppose, wheel trim tape, or whatever you want to call it. But I think that really sets the bike off. It's a minor thing, a lot of folk don't like it, but I think that looks really smart. And yeah, a couple of little stickers there on the side of the fork shrouds as well. Goes well. So yeah, and front tyre there, they are Metzeler Karoo 4. I had those swapped over shortly after I bought the bike, simply because I do a lot of riding over ground like this. I'm not an off-roader by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not. But with these tyres on, this bike will cope with anything like this with absolute ease. So that's the reason for that. The other thing you might see there is this here front-facing video camera. That's part of the Euchi Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, video recording, front and rear and tyre pressure monitoring and GPS unit. Hey! Which I'll come on and show you in a minute. That there's 22% off for you for one of them if you want to buy it through my channel, and the review of that kit is a few videos back. Go check it out. So yeah, that's what we've got going on the front end there. I haven't changed the screen, that's pretty much been fine for me. I've obviously got the GoPro Hero 10 attached there, but it never bloody works, so we'll gloss over that, shall we? Hey! Down at the bottom there you can see I've fitted a bash plate, and fairly straightforward affair there, not expensive that. I think that were about 65 quid, something like that. Bolts on quite easily, and just keeps a lot of the muck and nadgery stuff off the bottom of the engine there. So I think that looks pretty cool as well. I've also fitted the radiator guard there, just to protect from any flying stones. Yeah, that were reasonably straightforward to fit as well, no major issues. Coming round the handguards, I fitted those, again straightforward. They just fit in the end of the handlebar here and onto a separate mounting that fastens under the mirror stem there, same on the other side. So yeah, smart looking handguards there, they'll come in useful winter time for sure. Oxford heated grips. I mean, bizarrely this bike comes as standard with cruise control and quick shifter, but not with a centre stand or heated grips, which seems a bit odd, but anyway, Oxford's a cracking kit, and so they're on ready for the colder months. I suppose we better talk about these here screens. Right, well, in the middle you've obviously got the CF Moto TFT there, which has got a fair bit of functionality itself. I mean, this bike has got 2 rider modes, and also with the TFT you've got interoperability with GPS on your phone and your call handling, etc, etc. So yeah, nice TFT there that works absolutely fine with your phone. I've got my Garmin mounted atop there, so obviously this mounting bracket here is an accessory, about a tenner if that. Here we've got the Euchi C6 Pro. Now I've reviewed this and gone through the fitting and everything that it does. a few videos back. Take a look at that. 6.25 inch TFT. And the handiest thing about this is if I put it on video, it's constantly recording video front and rear. If I put it on video, I can see what's behind me. So backing out of car parks and things like that, you get a perfectly clear view of everything that's behind you, and it's superb. But it's got all the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto functionality as well. So whatever apps you've got on your phone are going to work on there. Telephone, text, WhatsApp, music, GPS, you name it. It all works on that screen as well. And I'm delighted with that. And if you want 22% off that, if you go through the affiliate link in the description below, you'll get 22% off using code TBW22. Coming down here, I noticed my knees were starting to slightly scuff the paintwork, so I fitted these here rubber side protectors, tank protectors, grips, whatever you want to call them. Again, easy to fit, not expensive, and work an absolute treat. Oh, what else we got? Luggage came with the bike, obviously. At the back there, again, some of that there wheel trim tape, or whatever you want to call it, and a hugger. And yeah, I think we're only 25 quid for that. And again, dead straightforward to fit. Fits under the axle bolt there, and just if you do fit that, when you retighten the axle bolt, make sure you torque it upright. The torque settings between 110 and 130 Newton meters, according to what I've seen on an online forum, which sounds about right. So I've torqued that up to about 115 Newton meters. Aye, and I think that's about it. You can see the quick shifter mechanism there, and the only thing I've yet to fit to this bike is the centre stand from CF Moto, which is on order and which is likely to take quite some time. You can see the fittings for it here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that. But I've oiled the chain without it, and it's been fine, to be fair. Right, so those are the accessories that I fitted to this here fabulous bike. Look at that. Yeah, just me, the CF Moto and the sheep up here at the moment. And yeah, the first 2,000 miles on this bike have been very, very enjoyable indeed. And the thing about these CF Motos and some of the other Chinese brands really is that without them, there's no way I'd be able to afford an adventure bike with this amount of spec. So that is the defining strong point of these Chinese brands here in the 21st century, is bringing some top quality, well-spec'd bikes into the realistic financial reach of so many people. So this has been brilliant. In terms of sort of running costs, I'm probably getting about 56, 57 miles per gallon out of this bike, which, considering how feisty and willing this engine is, I think that's pretty good. The other thing to sort of talk about, I suppose, is running costs. And that basically, I mean, the only expense I've had so far is the first service, which was very reasonable indeed. The other thing is insurance. Well, I have two other bikes, my Royal Enfield Classic 350 and my Moto Guzzi V7, and this bike, and they're all on a multi-bike policy with Bennett's, and that's just come in for renewal at to about 450 quid, which is about as cheap as it gets really for 3 bikes. I mean, okay, good postcode area, in a locked brick-built garage overnight, etc, etc, etc. And my age and experience, hey, dare I mention it, surely come into the factor as well. But yeah, it's not an expensive bike to insure. Some people try to suggest that it is. Well, my experience is that it's not an expensive bike to insure. I'm getting 3 bikes, including this one, fully comprehensive, all on the same policy, with Bennett's, 450 quid. pretty good. So I need to renew that tomorrow. So yeah, and yeah, thumbs up to Bennett's. They're not a sponsor of mine, not remotely, but with the policy you get free access to their bike social network website and discounts on bits and bats and the rest of it. So yeah, that's sort of how the bike pans out insurance wise. Spec wise we've just been through, and I just think it's a cracking looking bike for a mid-weight adventure bike, and above all supremely comfortable. And a bike like this will bring you out into the wilds like this, off the beaten track, anytime you like. Just get the right tyres on. I highly recommend Metzler Karoo 4s. Excellent tyres, great on the road, good in the wet, and cope with this sort of landscape admirably. Yeah, great tyres. So, yeah, CF Moto 800 MT Sport. Fabulous motorcycle. Highly commend it to you if you're in the market for a mid-weight adventure bike with good specifications, particularly coming as standard the crash bars and spotlights, then you really need to give this a look. I mean, the other ones that I can think of are like the Benelli TRK 702X, cheaper than this bike, very good bike, reviewed that a few videos back, go take a look. But don't come with cruise control, don't come with crash bars, don't come with spotlights. So you'd have to fit aftermarket crash bars and spotlights, and the beauty of these CF Motos is because they come with the bars and lights as standard, they're all integrated into the design of the bike, so it looks really, really smart rather than some sort of afterthought. So yeah, there are the Benellis, there are the Moto Marinis, there are the Vosges, and I'm hoping to test ride soon the new Vogue 900 DSX when it comes out. See how it compares with this bike. Watch out for that one. Yeah, what else? No, it's just been an absolute joy to own and ride this bike. No issues whatsoever. Yeah. Big thumbs up from me. Aye, so I think that'd be it for today. I've been plagued, as you know, you'll have seen during the commentary, with GoPro problems, left, right and centre, really. I have no hair to tear out to speak of, but if I had, it'd be gone by now. It's beyond a joke. I don't know how they think they can get away with it. I don't. It's disgraceful. But anyway, that'll be for another day. Right, so once again from the heart of the Nid Valley, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, and in the meantime, ride safe, above all be kind, and of course, I'll see thee!